It's Madden NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Texans and the Seahawks coming up next.
It is loud and it is wet as we welcome you inside Lumen Field on your standard rain-filled afternoon in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. Brandon Gaudin alongside the one and only Charles Davis. And CD, lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers because sometimes it's hard to quantify a team's performance solely by judging the numbers. But I think with these two teams, what you see is a pretty accurate representation of who they are.
Here come the Seahawks. Time for that offense and quarterback Russell Wilson to go to work. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Stephon Gilmore, and they will score a pick six for the Texans TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now the try here for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They go play action with Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
To throw again is Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018 from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield. Mayfield on play action. Rolling to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying, all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the rumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mayfield down. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks will get the football back in outstanding field position. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carson. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 8. 5 plays there on that drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll take this this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his second touchdown on the season. And now the Texans are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw pulled in by Robinson here. 7 yards to pick up there. Working with a 2nd and 3. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. Oh, some strong running. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And that is incomplete here.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
To throw again on second down, Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 21-14. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Here's Hardman on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 45. After the interception, here's Wilson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Able to avoid him at the 40. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. The Seahawks on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
An incomplete pass on second down. It knows things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Fielded at about the 28. A very good return that time. 18 yards. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now Wilson. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. Man open is Robinson. And he will have a 1st down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Texans are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. They'll roll him out right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. They go play action. Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Final play of the half. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st half. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks.
You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little, kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On third down, Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off right around the 43. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. To throw again on second down. Mayfield steps away to his left. And he's taken down inside the 30. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Mayfield off the play fake. Flushed out right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield looking for the end zone. And it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him. And now it's third down. Now Mayfield eluding the pressure right. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
Hunt is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Crew able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. This is DJ Reed returning. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Wilson's throw caught here by Metcalf. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
He's going to wind up and air it out. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead now up to 14. unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. A carry here for Hunt. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? And they're indeed going. It's Mayfield. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. Touchdown! Tyler Lockett. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Hardman on the return. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. 1st down, Mayfield. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's a 2nd down. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Being chipped, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. Always got some breathing room. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
2nd down and goal. Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Juwan Johnson. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the
It's week 7 of the NFL, and we've got a duel in the Lone Star State. It's the Jags and the Texans, and it's coming up next.
Got a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas. The roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 2nd and 2. A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capital.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come out and able to bring him to the ground. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. They're back now to the original line of scrimmage thanks to that 8-yard gain. 3rd down now to follow.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. First carry for the man, Travis Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. McCole Hardman to return it. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And it's good. And they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Here's Hardman on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And this one is incomplete. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, is so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. how would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting all that matters, putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. They'll run for it. It's Gordon, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Lawrence's throw into the hands of the receiver, Chenault. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Zach Pascal, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 21-0. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Here's Hardman on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. Flush to his right. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Play fake. Mayfield. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield now. Going up top for Kupp. And this is caught. And he'll be out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Gordon. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Kareem Hunt, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that one a long 11-play drive. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because
they're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Now Lawrence to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. Oh, he sheds himself free. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. That's out wide here for Robinson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Lawrence will throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Foster Moreau, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Here's Hardman on the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Mayfield on 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Cup. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd and 10. Mayfield going up top for Cup. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half? And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And quickly, they get to the line. After the sack on 1st down, Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage excellent there downfield, and it leads to a 4th down. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Eluding the pressure right. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. From the red zone now, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Brevin Jordan, his first touchdown on the year. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Down the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Rolling to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get...
Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted.
Mike Edwards picks it off.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, we've seen him target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Here's Hardman on the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Let's go! Let's go!
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
to throw. And a dump off here to Robinson. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of...
It's week 8 of the NFL, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Texans and the Buccaneers, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Houston Texans and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive.
Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native at quarterback. It's Baker Mayfield. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Mayfield on play action. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. Flush to his right. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The numbers a week ago for Kupp, just a really crisp, clean effort, well over 100 yards receiving.
But didn't he feel like he needed a hug when we talked with him this week?
Because he wanted the touchdowns.
He wanted the touchdowns. He was all depressed after that performance. I'm like, what's wrong with you? You were brilliant. He's like, yeah, but I didn't get in the end zone. He must have heard from the fantasy players on that one.
Mayfield now from the 50. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield flushed out right. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 28. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Cooper Kupp, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This is Tony Pollard. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Oh, he shifts past him, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 106 yards.
And give him a ton of credit. He's running the ball really well. But I look at those guys up front. That unit is truly playing as just that. Every move that they make, their teammate understands what that move means and what they need to do. And right now, they're starting to grind it out pretty well.
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A handoff to Fournette. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mucked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. Here's a give to Fournette. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
To throw, Mills.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Here's Hardman on the return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a look. Now Mayfield lost the football. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Mayfield's throw taken in by Collins.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Mayfield off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. That'll be caught. It's Cup.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Swings this out for Hunt.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Mayfield. Catch is made by Hardman. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
2nd and 10.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield. Flush to his right. Touchdown, Texans.
Cooper Kupp.
In the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. A first down run there for Fournette, but it won't accomplish much as he'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visit. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Fournette. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. On 3rd down, here's Mills. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Texans to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Flushed out right. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm was just off?
That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Buccaneers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now.
And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mills throw taken in by Evans here. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 3rd touchdown now of the year. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's Hardman on the return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Completes it to Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Locates Hardman for another catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. On 2nd and 9. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mayfield able to find Hunt out of the backfield. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. We all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And this is going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks him. And I think he's going to go. They're going to get him. 30, 10, and it's a six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly get.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run. Read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the 4th.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Mayfield now. And he rifles one incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
On a slant, here's Collins.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They run for it with Hunt. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Kareem Hunt stops short of the sticks. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
First down, Mills.
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Fournette.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's Fournette, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory, and